Hey everyone.
Hi.
There's been a bit going on for Kevin and I the last week, I would say. So just to set the context, we introduced season 2 last week, or 2 weeks ago. And the context for that was we felt like season 1 was working through our own challenges because of the things that had shifted in our lives. And what we'd explored was that in working through those challenges is that everything is an inward journey. Life will always push you towards working out inside and getting clarity inside rather than pushing on the outside to make it what you need to be. And it's taken us a long time to learn that for ourselves, but we are now in a position where we can use that learning to start to create in our own lives the things we want around the relationships we want in our life, the home life we want in our life, the work we want in our life. And I'll probably summarize that over the last week, at least, or 2 weeks, things have now started to come into both of our lives that are the things we want, the things that we've been waiting on, the things that we've kind of been going, oh, wouldn't it be nice if? And we've had different reactions to that. And that's what we're going to explore today. The idea being that even when life turns in the direction that you want it to, it doesn't always mean that you're not going to be without challenge, and you're still going to need to process things and make sense of them within you as well. And we've found this with even now that we're in season 2. Anything you'd say about that?
Yeah, just a couple of things. Firstly, things haven't just arrived for us. We have been working hard individually on ourselves.
What do you mean? I waved my magic wand.
Yeah, please, can I borrow it? No, we've been intentional about things, even through with our building phase, if you want to call that.
Of course.
And the intentions that we put out in this second stage of our podcast, we definitely have been building stuff, and some of it's working, some of it's come to fruition as well, which is a great feeling. And some of it, and there's more things that are out there that are coming, and it does feel good. But as you're saying, it's quite hectic. It's quite. I use the washing machine feeling.
Yeah, washing machines.
I feel so. This week particularly, I've had some really good news through the week. I feel really energized and pressurized at the same time. But that pressure is such a nice feeling again to be able to. I feel pressure because I've got this opportunity that's come in that I've been working on, and been working on it for some time. So it's just like, okay, great. So let's use this good energy now and keep this ball rolling.
Great. And I love the washing machine analogy, and it's particularly relevant for me because washing machines have program settings, and it feels like someone has just gone chaos setting. If chaos is the right word, but let's actually get the washing done, but let's have a fairly rocky, spinny time doing it. And the way that's played out in my life is I know I've got conversations I need to have with people about things. I know I've also got doors opening to new work relationships and work opportunities, and those doors are opening, and that's all going on. And my mind is like, should I do this or should I do that? And then the washing machine spins the other way and it goes, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Should do this.
Yeah.
And in amongst that, the interesting thing in terms of my experience is I notice my mind doing that, and then I just go, stop it. Just turn up, be yourself, be congruent with your feelings, be who you are, and it'll all work out.
Yeah, you were saying before we started that it's as if, whatever we want to call it, the universe, whatever you want to call it out there, is putting up all these things for you to see, challenges and so on.
Yep.
And actually reminding you that all the work that you've been doing internally is where you still got to go again.
Yes.
You got to keep coming back to that. You got to keep coming back to that each time.
Well, and I think we've done another episode on why you get tested before things arrive.
Yeah.
We did that episode on that, and it feels like another phase of that where it's a couple of weeks of, do you really want this?
Yeah.
Do you really want this?
Yeah. So I was saying again, because we always have a chat before we start the podcast, and I was saying that this pressure that I'm now under feels amazing. It's back to that the pressure
It's creative
and the good stress.
Creative
Yeah,
pressure.
it's helping me get things done, and it's allowing me to have things to get done, which is just such a nice feeling, such a good way of actually waking up each day and say, okay, well, this has got to be done today because this is part of my intention.
It's something what you want.
Yeah.
You want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, this is about sharing. I and talking from the heart. I'm not concerned about this period at all. So I'm not putting this out into the world because I want you to feel like, I think either of us feel a sense of anxiety.
No.
I don't think either of us feel a sense of anxiety. What we are saying is that it feels like is that even when you move into a phase where what you want to create and what you intend to create starts to appear, it's still an inward journey. It's just the inward lessons have shifted into a different stage, and you still got to be conscious of how you're showing up and who you're being as you're going through the creative process.
Yeah, and for me, with the work that I've been doing over the last 2 years, if anxiety raises its head, that's okay. It's actually being able to do the things you want to do with that anxiety, not trying to ignore the anxiety or deflect it. It's like, yeah, I'm anxious about this. Hey, well, that's okay. Let's get on with it and see what happens.
Yeah. This is not an episode about anxiety, but I completely agree. There's particular things I have been anxious about for long periods of my life, and the way through those I've always found is to give love to them, to accept them, and just to breathe into them and just be with them.
Yeah,
you cannot fight something you're scared about. All you can do is accept it and love it. And once you accept either that part of yourself or that fear that you've got, and you integrate it within you, it no longer is an issue because you're not scared of whatever you're scared of anymore.
And a word that keeps coming up for me over the progress and the stuff that I've been working on in the last couple of years is surrendering to it. Okay. Well, yeah, I feel anxious about that, or whatever it is. I'm fearful, whatever it is. I've got to embrace vulnerability, any of those sorts of things. I'm okay with that. And one thing we know, and I think this is one of the signs that is coming to us, and one of the things that it's showing us is that we're going to keep getting these challenges. As we open the doors, it's not only the opportunities are there, the opportunities present challenges too. And that's a good thing.
They do. It feels almost like the same challenge comes up. And you and I have talked about the different ones we've got, and then it goes away. What the challenge is, how you feel in response to something happening in the world. You get triggered into anxiousness or abandonment or helplessness or whatever it is, the reaction that you have, which makes you feel bad inside. And then it kind of goes away over a period of time. And then it's almost like it can't, and then you learn about yourself. And then when it comes back again, because it's always triggered by something like a relationship or a work problem or something, and you trigger into that space again, it's almost like the world going, so did you really learn the lesson? Like, are you at a different level now where you can truly accept everything, where you can just roll with it and be with that aspect of yourself? Because if you think about it, if nothing is actually an issue, like if you just roll with all that is, there is no anxiety. You're just here to learn and grow and whatever. But it's it's pushing against what is that creates the anxious response.
And I mean, it's not always easy to do that with anxiety for a start. But like you said, that's another whole topic in itself.
It is.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, there was one other thing, and I'm just trying to remember what it was. It's not coming back to me today.
So I think let's just summarize, because it might bring the thing back for you, is that there's a sense that things are starting to move forward in our lives, and that's creating a felt sense of it being like a washing machine. Like it's all a bit like this, but in a good way, and in a way that we're not sure how those doors will open and how everything will actually play out. And I think the other probably thing to reflect on is that the work that you and I have both done has got us to this place where we can flex and move with this in a different way. Like we're not worried about it or anxious about it, because it's just a different form of what we've already been learning.
Yeah, it's not that for me. It's not that I'm not anxious about it. I'm okay to be with that anxiety, and still perform at the level that I want to perform. The 2 points about what you just said, and again, that other thought has just gone out of my head for a minute.
It'll come back.
It'll come back. Yeah, exactly. But the other one, the analogy of the washing machine is the washing is always clean at the end. Okay. Unless you've mixed up your colors or something's gone wrong. And then you got to do something else about it, whatever it's going to turn out to be at the end of the cycle.
Yeah.
This is the next starting
Everyone
point.
loves a few pink whites.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Haven't had those for a long time, thankfully. So that's not a bad thing. Yeah. So the other point, it hasn't come back. So that's okay. We'll save that for another time.
All right. Well, thank you. And look, again, as always, we love anyone's comments, whether you're in a phase like this in your life or you're feeling the same thing. We would love your feedback and love to engage with you. So until next time.
Talk soon.